Hello girlies! In this video, I'm gonna show you how this cute Hello Kitty headband is made. I made sure to be as detailed as possible for my beginners out there. So please make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Your support is much needed. For this project, I'm using a 5mm hook, yarn, and a yarn needle. I'm starting with a simple slip knot. To do a slip knot, start by looping the yarn around your finger 2 times, creating 2 loops. Now all you're gonna do is take the first loop and put it in front of the second loop, and then taking the second loop and putting it over the finger, and then secure the whole thing, and now you've got yourself a slip knot ready to go. Now take your crochet to start the real work. Put the crochet hook into the knot and secure it by pulling the yarn. Make sure it's not too tight. For the next step, I'm working on a basic chain. To do that, you're gonna need to yarn over the crochet hook and pull the yarn off the slip knot loop on your hook. You now have 1 chain. Now you're gonna have to repeat this 14 times. But depending on the size and how thick you want your headband to be, you can add chains and you can reduce it to your liking. Now that you're finished with the chain, we're gonna work something similar to a half double crochet mixed with a slip stitch. Honestly, I don't remember the name of it for the life of me. I just know that it looks good. You're gonna yarn over and insert your hook on the second chain. Yarn over again and pull through the chain loop. You're gonna be left with 3 loops on your crochet hook, and this is where it gets tricky. Take one of the loops and slip it through the next one, and then slip it through the other, so slip it through the 2 other loops, and that's it. You're gonna be doing this for the rest of the chain. You completed the row. Make sure you didn't skip any stitch, and then chain 1, yarn over your hook and pull through. Turn your work. The chain that we usually work in is not the one you're gonna be working in. To figure out the loop you're gonna work in, look at the chain of the top of your work. Yarn over your hook and then insert it in the second loop of the first chain. I know it must be confusing for beginners, but if you're still confused, go ahead and repeat this part as to not mess up. Yarn over and pull through, and then pull through 2, basically the same stitch from the previous row but on a different loop. Repeat that for the whole row, and I'm gonna see you in the end. Stitch. Chain 1 and then turn your work. The zigzag that we're doing now is the base of the band, and this is what it should look like at the end. You're gonna make the second row as many times as it takes to be wrapped comfortably around your head. Let me show you the row that you're gonna repeat till it can be wrapped around your head. We chained 1 and turned our work, and then we're gonna work the same stitch that we did but on the second loop of the chain. And then when you finish, you're gonna repeat it over and over again. And you only stop when you're satisfied with the length of it sitting comfortably around your head. This is the last row that I'm doing, so I cut the yarn. To secure your work, yarn over and then pull the yarn through. And then pull the yarn with your finger to secure it. This is what your final results should look like. Now all we need to do is sew the ends like a bow, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is. You will need a yarn needle. Take your work by its ends on each side, and then bend each one of them in half. I know I can't explain this part vocally clearly because English is not my first language, but I'm sure the visuals will help immensely. Make sure to take both of them and put them on top of each other. We're gonna sew them together. Now that you understand the idea, we need now to take the needle and attach it to some yarn. Do what I said previously with the work. Now take the needle and sew all of the ends and make sure to not leave any one of them off. Now that you're done, secure your ends off. And then flip the headband on the other side. This is how your Hello Kitty headband should look like. All you need to do now is hide the excess yarn and then cut it. I'm using the needle for that. I'm gonna show you the process, but it's really basic and don't need any explanation. Now flip your work and this is the final look. I hope you like the results. Don't shy away from sharing your experience recreating this. And I'm open to criticism too, and if you have suggestions for the future or any questions, feel free to express it. I always reply. And done. This is the final result. I hope you liked this video and I hope you make this. If you did, please make sure to like and leave a sweet comment or a negative one. I'm open for criticism. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. Bye bye.